How do kosher food rules differ from general, kosher? Imagine walking into a grocery store and seeing the word kosher on a product. But what does that really mean? Many people use kosher to mean something is acceptable or proper, but in truth, it has a much deeper and more specific meaning. When we talk about kosher food rules, we are referring to a set of strict laws from Jewish tradition that govern what can be eaten, how it is prepared, and how it is handled. These rules are based on the Torah and interpreted by rabbis over thousands of years. First, only certain animals are considered kosher. For land animals, they must have split hooves and chew their cud. Cows, sheep, and goats fit these rules, but pigs, camels, and rabbits do not. For fish, they need fins and scales, so shellfish like shrimp, lobster, and crab are not kosher. Birds that are traditionally accepted include chickens, ducks, and turkeys. These specific rules are not just about ingredients but about the entire process of selecting and preparing food. Slaughtering animals in a kosher way is called Shechita. It must be done by a trained person using a sharp knife in a swift, humane manner. The goal is to minimize suffering, and the blood must be drained because eating blood is forbidden. This process is very precise and must follow specific guidelines. Another key rule is the separation of meat and dairy. They cannot be cooked or eaten together. This means separate utensils, pots, and even storage areas are used for meat and dairy products. There is also a waiting period after eating meat before consuming dairy, which varies among communities but is usually around 1 to 6 hours. Certain parts of animals are forbidden, like the sciatic nerve and some fats. These parts must be carefully removed during preparation. Fruits and vegetables must be checked for insects, which are not kosher, and all equipment used must be kosher certified to avoid cross-contamination. Foods that are neither meat nor dairy, called Parve, include fish, eggs, fruits, vegetables, and grains. These can be eaten with either meat or dairy meals. Now compare this to the way most people use the word kosher in everyday language. Often, it just means something is acceptable or legitimate. For example, someone might say a business deal is kosher to mean it is honest or proper, without any connection to Jewish dietary laws. The real difference is that kosher food rules are a detailed system that covers much more than ingredients. They include how food is prepared, what utensils are used, and even the timing of meals. To be truly kosher, everything involved in the process must follow these laws, often requiring separate kitchens or utensils and supervision from a kosher certification agency. In summary, kosher food rules are a set of religious laws with specific, detailed requirements. They govern what foods are allowed, how they are prepared, and how they are eaten. The common use of kosher as meaning acceptable is much broader and less precise. Understanding this helps us appreciate the significance of Kashrut and how it shapes Jewish dietary practices.